Speaker Johnson, thanks for joining us. Let's start with Israel. You spoke with Prime Minister Netanyahu yesterday. The U.S. is right now investigating a leak of highly classified intelligence documents posted online that appear to show Israeli plans for a retaliatory strike against Iran. What's the latest on the investigation into this leak, and what did your conversation with Netanyahu go like? How did that go?
Yeah, the leak is very concerning. There's some serious allegations being made there, investigation underway, and I'll get a briefing on that in a couple of hours. There's a classified level briefing and then other, but we're following it closely. Look, I talked to my friend Bibi, Prime Minister Netanyahu, yesterday to encourage him. I mean, he's done an extraordinary job, I think, prosecuting that war, and if he had taken Joe Biden's advice, they'd be in a much weaker position right now. I think that the United States needs to stand unequivocally by our ally there right now. There is really, we're on a precipice, I think, Jake, of a new era of security and freedom for Israel, and I think we're very close, I hope, I pray, to ending that conflict there, but we cannot equivocate. We can't appease Iran. Now is the time for a maximum pressure campaign against the head of the snake. It's not Hezbollah and Hamas and the proxies that are ultimately the threat. It is Iran itself, and I think we need to recognize that reality right now.
Is there any strike against the Iranians by Israel that you think would be too much, that would risk escalating matters so much that the United States is actually pulled into the war directly?
It's not my place to second-guess their strategy or try to micromanage it. I think that we do harm to the overall cause if that's our position. And I think that's what the Biden-Harris administration has tried to do at too many points along the way. They have withheld weapons systems when Congress, in a bipartisan manner, duly enacted that these things would be supplied. And, I've had many very serious, deep conversations with administration officials over the previous months, urging them to do what Congress has voted to do. And I think in many ways they've kind of empowered Iran. I mean, look, President Trump is right when he says on the campaign trail that none of this happened under his watch. It didn't, because we did not empower it. The Biden-Harris policies did. They relaxed sanctions on Iran, which allowed them to have the resources and the time and the opportunity to do what happened on October 7th, more than a year ago, that great atrocity, and to continue all of this. So, look, we need to stand by Israel. This is a good versus evil conflict. It's not even close. Israel is a state. It is the most stable democracy in the Middle East. And Iran is a terrorist regime, and it works through terrorist organizations to do great harm to our allies, and ultimately what they hope to do is to us. And that's a real threat to us right now as well.